Now we'd like to welcome Mark Giesige. Mark Giesige is the Director of Mission Advancement for the Cincinnati Province of the Missionaries of the Precious Blood. As such, his job is to spread the news about the congregation that's often too humble to tell its own story. Mark coordinates outreach from parishes here in the U.S. to those in our missions in Chile, Peru, Guatemala, and Colombia. As Mike just mentioned, this third wave of twinning parishes from, let's say, Latin America with up here in Ohio and Indiana. He is active on the Mission Commission in his home parish, Immaculate Conception in Salina, and has been a companion, a lay associate of the missionaries for longer than I've been associated with the missionaries, for 25 years. So, at this time, we would like to welcome Mark.
Thank you, Jeff. The name of the office used to be the Development Office, and I believe it was with Father Bill Nordenbrock that changed it to Mission Advancement. And we are very intentional, that was done to be very intentional about moving away from just about raising money, which, don't get me wrong, we still need the money. But more importantly, the component that Father Bill and then Father Larry Hemmelgarten, who had the Mission Advancement Office for me, was we want to go beyond that, and we want to enter into relationships with these the people that we're serving, both in foreign missions and even in our missions that we have here in the United States. As Jeff said in there, part of this is getting the word out, and I'm fortunate that our communication director is my wife, Jean, so that makes it pretty easy working relationship, even though it's a 20-hour day. With both of us living together, we're never really off of work. But we had a consultant when we did our last comprehensive campaign, and after he heard our story, he says, "Oh my God, you guys keep your light under the bushel basket. I didn't know any of this about you, that you had shrines and universities, and you're in parishes, and you're the Cincinnati Provinces, east of the Mississippi, and Chile, Peru, Colombia, and Guatemala, and all the different things you're doing in the different missions." Our guys, as you, all of you know, are just so humble that they're not going to get out there and brag about themselves. So, I'm capable of doing that for them. And it's a pleasure and it's easy to brag about them because I was taking classes at the Lilly School of Philanthropy, and they talked about your elevator speech of what your mission statement is. And they called on me to give it. And I listed all the things our community did. And people from all over the world take this class in these huge organizations. And when I got done, they said, "Great. We got to follow that." And I was so proud of our community at that time to know that there are a lot of different things that our community is doing, that they're not, they just do it. They roll up their sleeves, they get it done. So that's one of my jobs in Mission Advancement. The other good one about our guys, when we did the comprehensive campaign, was redoing the St. Charles Center, and we did the rooms for our retired guys. Now, most of you know before this that basically it's that, hey, thanks for your 50 years of service, but here's your dorm room that you was a seminarian in. Bathrooms are down the hall, don't trip. And so we gave them nicer rooms or apartments. You know who the people that complained the most about that? The money being spent on that wasn't the donors. It was our guys. "Oh, that's too nice for us." It's just their humbleness, and that I think that just illustrates they really want to smell like the sheep. But it's okay to come in from the pasture every now and have a nice bed to stay on and have your own bathroom. There's nothing wrong with that. The other thing I do, as Father Jeff mentioned, is liaison with our mission trips. And when we're preparing for these trips, and there's a couple that have been in here with me on trips, the number one question I get is, what are we going to do? Because we all have this idea of going down on a mission trip, we're going to build something or do something. And those are important things to do, but I tell them we're not going down to do anything. We're going down to be. And I've had people tell me at the end of these mission trips, who have been on the other ones where they're working from sun up to sundown, saying, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to tell people this is one of my best mission trips ever, because we really didn't do anything, but we entered into relationship. And as Father Pepe said earlier, we're just being there. And we have some very powerful witness statements of those experiences. And I'm not taking anything away from all the great things that we've done down there with the well projects and the clinics and the schools and the churches that are being built. But the actual relationship piece building, I think everyone that's been down there, I think would attest to it, how powerful and strong of a relationship that is of just being there. And the other part of my job in mission advancement is thank you. My first 2 years in this office did nothing but went around visiting and calling and sending letters to people, thanking them for their generosity to allow us to continue burning that bushel, or burning that light that's under that bushel basket. Help me take that bushel basket off too, so we can spread the word.
Thank you, Mark, for highlighting the importance of being in relationship as a way of mission. I think that's very important for all of us that are here.